Hello friends, welcome to today's 10-minute handstand yoga flow. This is perfect for anyone who is looking to strengthen the posterior chain, really the whole body, and cultivate a state of deep trust and focus. When you're ready, find yourself a comfortable space and we will get started in tabletop position, coming onto all fours. And we'll begin with some shoulder protraction and retraction, really grounding down through the palms as we lift up and out of the shoulders, spreading the shoulder blades, engaging the core, warming up the spine. And from here we'll transition into a standard cat and cow, flowing with the breath. Inhale, scooping the chest forward, gazing up, broadening across the heart space. Exhale, curl and round, draw the navel to the spine, press into the palms. And when you're ready, we'll push up into downward facing dog. Hips are raised skywards, navel is drawn towards the spine, arms are extended. Triceps are rolled back, biceps are rolled forward, using the palms and the feet for support. Softening the muscles of the face. Releasing any tension from the jaw. Downward dog is a wonderful way to build strength and focus to get us prepared for headstand. One more breath. From here, we'll walk our feet towards our fingers a few inches and we'll lower down onto our forearms, coming into Dolphin Pose, Ardha Pincha Mayurasana. Really working on lifting up and out of the shoulders, using the lateral edges of the forearms to help you stay grounded. Mindfully attuning to the breath, to this moment. And gently lowering down onto the knees. And we'll get set up for our headstand. So for this variation, we're going to interlace our fingers behind the crown of our head. Elbows are shoulder width distance apart, being mindful to place the crown of the head in a neutral position on the mat. And we'll begin to raise our hips and heel toe our feet closer to the torso. And you might like to extend one leg at a time, warming up the hamstrings, finding that core engagement, working on keeping the hips squared. And when you're ready, walking your toes a little bit closer to your face to ensure that your hips are in line with your shoulders. And we'll float our feet up off the mat, maybe tucking the knees towards the chest for an easier lift and raising the legs skywards. Although it appears to be relatively simple whilst balancing on our head, there is a lot going on here. So we want to check in with our foundation, really working on lifting up and out of the shoulders, keeping the forearms engaged, ensuring that we're resting our weight on the midpoint, the crown of the head. Our core is engaged, navel is drawing towards the spine. We're not puffing up the ribs. And we're really squeezing those inner thighs together. The whole legs are working together. Feel as though you're growing taller through the toes, pointing your feet. Ankles are engaged, calf muscles, hamstrings, glutes. All of this activation is really helping us to distribute the weight and lift it up and out of that headspace, taking any extra pressure off the cervical region of the neck. Softening the muscles of the face. Unclenching the jaw. You might like to close the eyes here or find a stable focal point. Tuning into the breath. If you notice the mind beginning to wander, simply guide yourself to the inhalations and exhalations. Letting go of any tension, any stress. We will spend about the next minute suspended in stillness. So be compassionate with yourself. And this is a wonderful posture to practice in the morning to help you generate focus and one-pointedness for the day ahead. Either staying with extended legs, or you might like to join us in Garudasana legs, interlacing one leg over the other, maybe finding a double bind as you wrap the foot behind the opposite calf muscle, drawing the knees towards the chest, being mindful to keep that core engaged. We don't want to overcompensate into the arching of the lower back. Really letting go of any fear, doubt, hesitation, and simply opening yourself to trust and allowing of what is. And if you found equal legs on one side, you might like to gently release and take them on the other side. Squeezing those inner thighs together, keeping the toes pointed. Recognizing that your capacity to find a state of equilibrium comes from within, and it is always in your power, in your potential to call upon it. Mindfully releasing the legs, coming back to headstand. And from here we will flex the knees, keeping the soles of the feet together, coming into an inverse bound angle, Baddha Konasana. You might like to extend the legs out wide. This is a great way to passively stretch the hamstrings, the inner thighs. Staying here for as long as you like. And when you're ready, re-extending the legs into Sirsasana, headstand, really squeezing those inner thighs, squeezing the toes, finding length, finding stability, and checking in with the breath. Are you mindfully matching your inhalations with the duration of your exhalations? Last 2 breaths in this posture. And with control, we'll squeeze the navel to the spine, hinging the hips back slightly as we lower our legs down towards the mat, and gently bending the knees, coming into Child's Pose, Balasana. You might like to rest with your arms out in front, or for a deeper stretch, extending your arms down by your sides, maybe having the knees slightly closer together, really facilitating an expansion across the lower back, helping us to decompress any tension or stagnant energy that might have built up. You might like to roll the neck from side to side slightly, being gentle. Either staying in Child's Pose or come up into a forward fold, ragdoll, bending the knees considerably, shifting your weight into the heels, allowing the chest and the belly to rest on the thighs. Maybe grabbing opposite elbow, really releasing, breathing into the back body. For a deeper stretch, you might like to interlace your fingers behind the back and pull your arms forwards towards the surface beneath you, stretching across the front of the shoulders, and maybe finding a little bit more space in the lower back, letting go. 2 more slow and gradual breaths in this posture. You might like to come into a forward fold, extending the legs, placing the palms behind the backs of the legs, and begin to roll up to a standing position, 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, and gently guide the arms down by your sides. Well done on today. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have cultivated a state of deep trust and focus. Namaste.